Imagine a small island nation in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, about 600 kilometers off the coast of Senegal in West Africa. That country is Cape Verde, officially known as Cabo Verde. Its total land area is just around 4,033 square kilometers, spread across 10 volcanic islands, with a population of only about 525,000 people. Compare that to Argentina, a nation of more than 46 million. On paper, the gap between the two couldn't be more dramatic. It was almost impossible to imagine that a country this small could push the defending world champions to their absolute limit. Cape Verde has never been considered a football powerhouse. The country does have its own domestic league, but it remains semi-professional and far removed from the glamour of Europe's elite competitions. That's why many of Cape Verde's best players developed their careers in Portugal, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, and England before returning to represent the land of their ancestors. For decades, Cape Verde barely appeared on the world's football map. Their best performances at the Africa Cup of Nations ended in the quarterfinals, and qualifying for the FIFA World Cup seemed like nothing more than an impossible dream for this tiny island nation. Then came 2026. Cape Verde made history by qualifying for the FIFA World Cup for the very first time. They became one of the smallest nations by population ever to reach the tournament. Most people expected their journey to end in the group stage. Instead, they reached the knockout rounds and earned a date with the defending champions, Argentina. On paper, it looked like a routine victory waiting to happen for Lionel Messi and his teammates. But football rarely follows the script. For 120 unforgettable minutes, a nation with barely 1% of Argentina's population forced one of the greatest teams in the world to fight for survival. Argentina eventually escaped with a dramatic 3-2 victory after extra time, but Cape Verde walked away with something even more valuable: the respect of the football world. That raises an obvious question. How could such a small nation make Argentina struggle so much? The answer wasn't built overnight. Cape Verde's success was the result of years of careful development. Unlike football giants that rely on powerful domestic leagues, Cape Verde's rise has been fueled by its diaspora. Many of its players were born or raised in Europe, where they learned the game in professional academies across Portugal, France, the Netherlands, and Belgium. When they answered the call to represent Cape Verde, they brought top-level experience with them. Head coach Bubista molded those individual talents into a disciplined and highly organized team. Cape Verde didn't have a global superstar like Lionel Messi, but they had something equally important: a clear identity. Every player understood their role. When they lost possession, the entire team defended together. When they won the ball back, they transitioned into attack with remarkable speed and efficiency. Their group stage campaign proved this was no accident. Cape Verde held Spain to a goalless draw before earning another draw against Uruguay. Two traditional football powers failed to break them down. Those performances secured second place in the group and made Cape Verde the only debut nation to reach the knockout stage of the 2026 World Cup. When they arrived at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami to face Argentina, almost every prediction pointed toward a comfortable win for the defending champions. At first, Cape Verde refused to panic. They stayed compact, remained patient, and waited for the right opportunity to strike. Their discipline paid off when Roy Duarte equalized, stunning both Argentina and the crowd inside the stadium. Argentina regained the lead, but Cape Verde responded once again. Sidney Cabral found another equalizer, forcing the match into extra time and sending shockwaves through the tournament. Twice they fell behind. Twice they fought their way back. Very few teams have managed to do that against Argentina on football's biggest stage. Another player who deserved enormous praise was veteran goalkeeper Vozinha. At 40 years old, he produced one of the finest performances of the tournament. Time after time, he denied Argentina with spectacular saves, including several dangerous efforts from Lionel Messi. His composure and reflexes frustrated Argentina's attack while inspiring confidence throughout Cape Verde's defense. In the end, however, their remarkable journey came to a heartbreaking conclusion. Deep into extra time, Messi delivered a dangerous corner into the penalty area. The ball eventually deflected off defender Dene Borges and ended up in Cape Verde's own net. The own goal sealed a dramatic 3-2 victory for Argentina and sent the defending champions into the next round. Despite the defeat, Cape Verde left the field with their heads held high. After the match, Argentina head coach Lionel admitted his team had been pushed to the limit. Lionel Messi also acknowledged that they had expected an extremely difficult challenge from Cape Verde. Those words alone showed just how much respect this underdog had earned. Cape Verde may not have lifted the trophy,
They may not yet belong among football's traditional giants, but at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, they proved something far greater. In modern football, population size, land area, and global reputation don't always decide what happens on the pitch. Sometimes, courage, discipline, and an unbreakable fighting spirit are enough for a tiny nation to stand toe-to-toe with the world champions.